Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. My name is Hannah and on this channel I post a lot of anti-MLM content. In particular, I do deep dive videos into different MLM companies. I have a series called MLM Horror Stories where I read the stories of people who have had personal experiences in these companies. I have a series called MLM Top Fails, and these are the things that people in MLMs will post on social media and we debunk them. I also have videos of different Zoom calls that I've gotten access to within these companies. All kinds of very intriguing, very fascinating content. I'm going to link a playlist here. This is my big anti-MLM playlist with all of the videos on it. There's over 100 videos at this time. And if that kind of content sounds interesting to you, I would love it if you would consider subscribing and liking this video. Those things really help to support my channel, and I appreciate you so much for doing that. For today, my friends, we have a doozy. Here's the deal. Here's what happened. Yesterday was a Monday, and typically on Monday morning, I sit down at my desk, I open up my email, and I check out the things that people have shared with me, whether that's topics of interest that they want me to cover, whether that's horror stories that they've sent in, whether they have sent me screen recordings or screenshots of certain kinds of things they want me to talk about. And I had this email where the subject line was in all caps, basically saying, you need to talk about this. And they provided several links to different Reddit posts, and I really fell down a rabbit hole that I could not get myself out of for a solid 8 hours. I was screenshotting, I was saving, I was typing. I could not believe the amount of stuff that I was finding. And basically this video is gonna be me going through my 12 pages of notes that I have and sharing with you all the insane things I found. One little thing I do wanna say right here, I have to give my husband a little bit of credit for this. It was a couple of weeks ago that he brought it up in casual conversation. He is a big Reddit user, and he was like, hey, there's this new MLM on the scene. The company's name is eLOMIR. They sell this crazy product. It looks like drugs. You have to cover it. It seems super sketchy. I was in the middle of another project of another video, and I kind of was like, yeah, okay, I'll get to it. And I brushed him off. Then last week I saw that Aaron Bees and Julie Joe did a live stream together talking about this company. And then this week I get this email highly encouraging me to cover this and sending me direct sources to look into. So at that point I was kind of like, okay, 3 strikes, you're out. I've seen this pop up a few times in the past couple weeks. It's time to do something about this. It's time to dig into it. And I'm sure you're asking yourself, what the heck is eLOMIR? And I don't blame you, because that was me less than 24 hours ago. But have no fear. I have done the digging for you, and I'm here to report on what I've found. Now, this is a relatively new multi-level marketing company, also known as an MLM. According to the website, this company was founded in 2021, but only very recently is this gaining traction on social media. We are just now seeing reps join this company and start to promote this company within the last few weeks, really. I'm not really sure what to call this video because it's definitely going to have some elements of my typical deep dives where we're going to talk about the products and how to join and the compensation plan and all those things. But keep in mind that I'm very much still learning about this company right along with you. Usually when I do deep dives on a company, it's a very well-established thing. They've been around for several years. They have several income disclosure statements to look at. They're pretty well known. People are aware of those companies. eLOMIR, though, is a bit different because it's kind of unfolding right before our eyes. It feels like this is a brand new company on the scene and we don't know how this is gonna go yet. So while yes, this is kind of gonna be a deep dive, I want you to think of this more so as kind of a breaking news type video where I found some information, we need to talk about it, and we need to get the word out about this company early, like now. The purpose of this video is to expose all the sketchy things that I've been noticing and to get some kind of content about eLOMIR out there on the internet so that when people are searching for eLOMIR here in these really early days, maybe they've been pitched, maybe they're thinking about joining, maybe they've been seeing all these weird social media posts and they're like, what the heck is going on? There needs to be content out there for people like that to find so they can know right away that it is pretty scammy and that they shouldn't get involved with it. People tell me all the time, I wish anti-MLM content was around years ago when I got involved with whatever MLM. I wish I saw your deep dive video sooner so that I would have saved myself a bunch of trouble. So that's basically the point of this video. In my opinion, eLOMIR is a scam. It presents very, very much as a pyramid scheme, unapologetically so, and it is of my belief that you should avoid this company at all costs, and this video is going to be dedicated to explaining why. Grab a drink, grab a snack, buckle up, let's get into it. First off, what the heck is eLOMIR? The technical definition for this company is a multi-level marketing company, or an MLM. These are the types of companies where people buy into a business opportunity in which they start to sell the company's products, and they also try to recruit people to also come and sell that company's products. But basically what I can tell tell right off the bat is that this is more so a pyramid scheme. If you're a regular viewer of my channel and the content that I create, you know that there are unlimited parallels between multi-level marketing companies and scams and pyramid schemes. There's some elements of MLMs that help them ride that line of legality very closely. And one of those elements is that multi-level marketing companies sell a product. In other words, they have the argument on their side that this isn't just a money-making scheme. People aren't just buying into this scam in which they're hoping to see a return on their investment. No, we have an actual product. They're spending their money on the product. They're getting that product in return. Therefore, it's not a scam. That's an argument that companies rely on very, very heavily, and it doesn't always work out for them. There are still product-based pyramid schemes. Those do exist, but that's kind of the biggest difference that MLM companies rely on to try and distance themselves a little bit from being considered a pyramid scheme. And I say all of that because it's relevant to ELOMIR and the phase that they are in right now. If you go to their website, which by the way, everything I have for this video will be linked in the description box below, every single piece of evidence, all the websites, all the documents, every place I got my information will be cited down there. But if you go to the ELOMIR website, it says promotional pre-enrollment phase. Due to the overwhelming amount of excitement, our website will be rolled out in several phases. Please stay close to your referred brand partner in ELOMIR as our company continues pre-enrollment. So what this statement is telling us right now is that there are no customers. The phase that the company is currently in is the recruitment phase. Their primary goal is to find people out there who want to sign up and buy into the business opportunity so that they can participate in the compensation plan in which they earn commissions and bonuses based on the sales and recruitment they do. So that's ELOMIR's objective right now. Get brand partners, as they're called, and have those brand partners recruit other brand partners and start to build out their pyramids and their teams and their downlines. And one day down the road, within these phases of the enrollment plan, at some point, we're going to start selling a product, but they don't sell a product right now. There is one product listed on the website, but you cannot buy it. It says out of stock, and you do not have access to it if you're not a brand partner, if you haven't signed up for the business opportunity. The product is called Access Clarity, and we're going to talk a lot about that later in the video. But what you need to know right up front is that you and me right now, we don't have access to this product. The only people who have their hands on it are the brand partners, which kind of leads me into the next part of this video, which is talking about what this business opportunity is all about. Because clearly at this point in time, ELOMIR is not focused on selling a product. They are only focused on recruiting people. If you go to the ELOMIR website and you click on the opportunity tab, it shows you this: pursue the life of your dreams with ELOMIR. The ELOMIR philosophy is built upon a foundation to leave people better. Through the ELOMIR opportunity, our main focus will always be customers and brand partners' experience. Our culture is driven by ensuring that as a consumer and/or brand partner, you are provided with not only innovative and impactful products, but also receive first-class service from our corporate team and field leadership. Here's the kicker, are you ready? We firmly believe that you should be able to pursue the life of your dreams. Our tagline is not a gimmick. Our opportunity was specifically designed to support your quest to live your best and tap into your potential. So what this last line is referring to is their tagline, live your best. Let me tell you something. If you have to announce in writing on your website that your tagline isn't a gimmick, it's probably a freaking gimmick. If we scroll down a little bit farther on this same webpage, you will see the 3 definitive pillars of an MLM scheme. And those 3 pillars are that you get to be your own boss and set your own hours, that your income is determined solely on the hard work you do, and the way that you make the most money is you build a team. It really doesn't get more clear than this. ELOMIR is heavily leaning into all of the promises of an MLM company, that you're going to be your own boss, set your own hours, make easy money from your phone, and that the emphasis is going to be on recruitment and building a team. And to top it all off, on this webpage, they also appear to be fully admitting that getting into this business opportunity early is the key to success. They have a little section at the bottom that says timing matters. Whether you want the chance to earn a little extra income to help pay your bills or build a long-term home-based business, the possibilities await you at ELOMIR. We allow you to be your own boss and provide you with the compensation plan to help you meet your goals. And this statement right here confirms exactly what we know to be true, and something I talk about a lot on my channel, is that these schemes work best for you if you get in early. We know this. Timing absolutely matters, because if you join a company and you start recruiting people in its pre-launch phase before you ever start selling a product at all, that that means that your recruitment and sales pool is the biggest it will ever be. The opportunity is never going to be as good as it is before the public knows about it and before the public has access to it. So in the eyes of a pyramid scheme, this is the perfect time to join. And clearly Elomirr is acknowledging that. But this is not me saying that you should join right now. I'm just saying, in my opinion, Elomirr is completely outing themselves for being a pyramid scheme in the most explicit way. They're not even trying to pretend like the product matters at this point. The primary focus is on recruiting right now. And you know what kinds of companies prioritize recruitment? Scams, pyramid schemes. So we already have a good sense that selling a good product is not Elomirr's focus, right? But let's talk about the products anyway, because it's highly entertaining and ridiculous. Like I briefly mentioned, there is one product on the website. It's called Axis Clarity. And basically this can be most simply described as a supplement. But it's not a supplement in the sense you would think of like pills or shakes or drink mixes. They're these little yellow strips that you dissolve on your tongue like acid. If you've ever seen those Listerine breath freshening strips, it's like that. They come in boxes of 30 strips, and one box is going to cost you $89. The product description reads, 3 simple and effective ingredients blend combined with the exclusive proprietary diffusion technology. You may feel the benefits in minutes by simply allowing the strip to dissolve on your tongue. Okay, great. We have no idea what this is even claiming to do at this point, but if you scroll down a little bit on the same webpage, it starts to become a little bit more clear. It outlines 3 different active ingredients, which we will talk about in a little bit, but supposedly this strip supports healthy joints, supports overall gut health, and helps create clarity and focus. This breakthrough technology was developed to offer a solution for the poor bioavailability and absorption of the more conventional forms of these ingredients. By encapsulating the ingredients with a carrier molecule that triggers facilitated diffusion absorption, this technology provides an optimal delivery system of these potent ingredients. Our conjugate formulas are water-soluble, more stable, and deliver the minimum amount for maximum results. That is a scam word salad. None of those words mean absolutely anything to me. This looks like someone was trying to meet the word count on an essay and they were throwing together a bunch of words they thought sounded fancy. But what they're basically trying to say is this strip dissolves on your tongue and it makes it easier for your body to absorb. That's all I had to say. This product is the epitome of a scammy miracle supplement if I've ever seen one. I think the fact that this company sells one product and that one product is extremely expensive and gimmicky, I find that to be alarming. Already, it feels apparent to me that whatever Elomirr is about, we know it's not the product. We know that this company isn't making its way onto the scene because they have a desirable product to sell. They are going about things in the complete opposite way that you would expect a legitimate company to go. Typically, a company would, prioritize producing and selling a good quality product first, but instead they are starting off by withholding their one sketchy product from customers and they are focusing only on recruiting brand partners. So you know we've got a problem here. In fact, here is a video of an Elomirr rep admitting that the company has already sold a bunch of product, but none of those sales have been to actual customers.
I have samples right now. Obviously I have some here, but we only have one box right now, okay? We only have one box. We are in high demand. I mean, think about it. We did $1 million in sales yesterday. We are in high demand, so we are catching up on supply. And as soon as we catch up on supply and we open it up for, and we can order more, I will definitely 100% offer samples for $25 for 5. But honestly, you can buy a box for $89. It comes in a pack of 30-day supply, and you get a 30-day money back guarantee. Okay, so I mean, you might as well do it that because it saves you money in the long run, and then you have a 30-day money back guarantee. Customer orders are not available right now. Right now, we are enrolling our brand partners. We are enrolling. We're in soft launch, right? We're getting there to the customer orders. So we haven't even done customer sales. That $1 million in sales we did yesterday doesn't even include our customers. It's insane. So our brand partners, you buy a pack of 3, you get a discounted rate for the pack of 3, and you get a 90-day supply, and you can start a business with it. You can also try the product with it. And then another thing about that is you also have a 30-day money-back guarantee as a brand partner, and that is freaking amazing. So a lot of people are like, I want to try the product before I decide to do the business opportunity. Come in, get your 3-pack, get your seat on the tree, and if anything, if something is just not for you, which I don't feel like it's not going to be not for any of people that will try it, but if it's not for you, then you have that 30-day money back guarantee. Okay, so
can we just take a moment to appreciate my sweet Cooper cat? Something I think about a lot is that these cats live in absolute luxury and they have no idea how good they have it. Isn't that right? So here's a quote from the video. The $1 million in sales we did yesterday doesn't even include customers. So not only does she confirm that there aren't any retail customers yet and that they are only focusing on recruiting, she also essentially admits that the brand partners, the people who sign up for the business opportunity, they are the customer. How is Elomir making money right now? They are selling all of their product to their own brand partners. They are making 100% of their money off of the people who sign up for the business opportunity, not legitimate customers. And that is another indicator of a scam and a pyramid scheme. If the company can sustain itself and make a profit without selling any of their product to people outside of the pyramid, that's a red flag. That's a scam. I just don't understand how someone could sit there and outwardly admit that they are the primary customer and still not have that light bulb moment that they are in a scam. In my eyes, one of two things has to be happening in that situation. Number one, maybe she's experiencing cognitive dissonance, which is defined as that sort of mental struggle somebody has between two conflicting beliefs that they hold. So in other words, maybe your thoughts and your actions don't align. You know in your mind and your heart that what you're doing is a scam, but you shove those thoughts down because you're not willing to address them and you know that you're going to make good money anyway, so you still act this way. So maybe that's what's going on with her. The other option is maybe she knows full well what she's doing and she knows the company is a scam and she knows that the key to make money is to get in early and she has no shame and she doesn't care and she's participating anyway. But to make matters worse, we are also seeing people in the company make these social media posts about how they are flying through the ranks of the compensation plan. Here's a post that was actually shared on the CEO's Facebook page. His name is Tuan Nguyen. I went to his Facebook page and I saw this post that he was tagged in. It says, "Congratulations, 519,000 OV, icon 11, rank bonus, 3 times bonus, fast start bonus." And the caption says, "Our fierce leader did it. It gives me great pleasure to announce that our friend and leader has officially done the unthinkable. Blank has ranked to icon 11 in just 48 hours. There are 14 ranks in the company. You can see this on the compensation plan linked below. And the rank of icon 11, that is 12 out of 14. That is near the top of the compensation plan. So tell me, how is an Elomir rep able to rank up 12 times within 48 hours if the company is not selling any products to customers yet? This is even more evidence, in my opinion, as to how Elomir is a pyramid scheme. People are able to rise in the ranks and earn all of these bonuses without selling a dang thing. And again, it says here 519,000 OV. OV stands for organizational volume. And this refers to the amount of product that her team or her downline has either purchased or sold. And we already know that the company isn't selling anything yet. So where did that volume come from? That means that this person has earned that amount of volume points strictly from the people that she has recruited and what those people have purchased. What this means is that at this point, Elomir is completely self-sustaining. All of the product sales and profits of the company are coming from inside the pyramid. Reps are ranking up and earning bonuses without selling any products to legitimate outside customers. And that's a pyramid scheme, my friends. How many times can I say pyramid scheme? Make a drinking game out of it or something, because I'm not done. But you know what? The insanity doesn't end there. Also on the CEO's Facebook page, there's a post from last week about how the CEOs definitely wanted to start selling the product to legitimate customers starting in July. For sure, they absolutely planned on that. But then they made this huge Facebook post trying to explain why the product launch is now delayed. Here's some highlights from it. July, this is it, pre-launch month. The day before July 4th, we were told news that I thought would be devastating because the machine wasn't performing at full capacity. The machine in reference to the thing that actually manufactures their product. My heart sank. Our team called 10 different facilities across the country to see if anyone could help us manufacture the product to buy time as our 2 other machines machines get up and running to scale faster. Everyone turned us down because they said their machines couldn't handle our formula. Our product is so unique that no other manufacturer can handle our formula because it's not the normal strip formula they are used to creating and white labeling. Everything done in-house and customized to our approval. Our machines are being customized to our specific formulation, so the ability for anyone to replicate what we did will be very difficult because they would need to know how to replicate our conjugated ingredients to create the same impact and invest a lot to re-engineer the standard strip machine to manufacture it. Okay, now there's an excuse I haven't heard before, but one of the CEOs himself posted a photo of this machine to his Facebook story. I got this screenshot from Reddit, which I will link the thread below, and in that screenshot, his profile picture is halfway cut off, but we know that it's him. And it says Axis Clarity Be Made. That's the name of their product, the Axis Clarity, and you can see the little strips right here, and you can also see that the machine says Rotovap. Like I said, I'll have this Reddit thread linked below to give credit, but somebody by the name of Gordon Freechman screenshotted this photo, uploaded it to Reddit, and they asked if anybody out there can identify this super special customized machine that they use for their product. And somebody with the username Compact Travel Size said, as a former chemistry grad student, I recognized a Rotovap before I even scrolled down. It's a rotary evaporator. We use them to remove solvents between lab scale synthesis steps. No one ever used them in reactions, but I guess one could. My relatively large group of 30 students had 3 or 4 of them, so I'm not sure how they couldn't replace whatever part broke if this is a legit operation. Oh wait, a legit operation. There's the problem. Sassy, I love it. Now mind you, I know absolutely nothing about this stuff, but it appears that this is a pretty standard machine, and if you type in Rotovap on Google, there are websites that pop up where you can literally add to cart and order one if you wanted to. They're not cheap by any means, but they're definitely not hard to get your hands on. And it does make me question a little bit the language that's being used in the CEO's Facebook post, because he's trying very hard to make it seem like we are so exclusive and customized and no machine out there in the country could possibly handle our formulations. But honestly, do we trust him? Do we? Do we trust somebody who is allegedly creating a pyramid scheme to tell us the truth about why they're not selling their product to legitimate customers yet? I know I don't trust that. And while we're on a roll with these social media posts, here's another one that's highly interesting. This is a screenshot taken from a TikTok video that an Elomiir rep posted. She's trying to create hype about this product and she's taking it on camera and posting it on TikTok. The issue is, look at that little square. What on earth is going on here? I'll post a picture about what the strips are supposed to look like. Yes, that's about the size. Yes, they are yellow, but why does hers look all thick and jaggedy like a piece of wax? Like it literally looks like a Kraft American single. I would bet you $100 that's American cheese right there. And she actually got called out on that. People were like, that doesn't look right. That looks like cheese. So she took to Facebook to provide an explanation. She said, my strip photo is flying around the internet because of claims of it being photoshopped. Was it? Yep. Why? Because my impatient Aries ass took the one strip sample I got and forgot to take a photo before doing it. I got so excited to see what my results were that I missed out on a photo op. I mean, who even am I? But it was worth it because while y'all out there talking major smack, my inbox is flooded with people wondering why so many other companies are hating and extremely scared by what we're doing. So keep it up because it's okay, benefiting us. No hype here, just some impatient strip queens riddled with excitement. Strip queens. Oh my God. The strip queens are striking again. Could it be a true story that she genuinely forgot to take it for the camera and so she had to improvise and use a Kraft American single? Maybe. I guess it's possible, but it seems like a stretch. If your goal is to start selling this state-of-the-art supplement, you would think you would be mindful enough to remember to, snap a photo of it, take a little video, promote it in some way before you actually go ahead and use it. Her excuse is like, I only had one and I was just so excited to take it that I forgot to make a TikTok first. And then that leads me into my next question. Why do you only have a 1 strip sample? Isn't she supposed to be a salesperson? Didn't she sign up for the business opportunity? Didn't she buy a starter pack? Because the starter pack comes with 3 packs of 30, so she should have 90 strips on hand. But here's where another leaked screenshot comes in, also from Reddit. Reddit, which I'll have linked below. This is allegedly from a group chat full of Elomer reps. And somebody says, grab a yellow post-it, a yellow pepper, anything yellow, make a square or use one of these photos. 9 p.m. Eastern, let's flood social with a short curiosity post and a pic using the hashtag change the conversation. And then somebody down here makes some kind of reference about being lucky enough to try the strip early on. So what I'm gathering potentially from this screenshot is that not all Elomer reps have the product in their possession. Somebody references being lucky enough to be able to try it. And then there's somebody else saying, here's how to fake a product photo because you don't have actual product on hand. So knowing that it is a possibility that Elomer reps truly are faking these product pictures to stir up some kind of social media interest and hype around it, that makes the other girl's explanation look ridiculous. Really? You had one strip and you just accidentally took it? No, I don't buy that. My guess is she doesn't have any of the product on hand to begin with. None of these reps do, and they're just pretending to take it to create hype on social media. I'm gonna put this picture on the screen again. This is what I would deem to be a believable photo of this product. I have seen some other photos like this on social media. This looks legit to me. Maybe I'm a fool, but this looks like it could be realistic. It's a little yellow square. It's slightly translucent. You can actually see her thumb through it. You can kind of see the coloring of her skin tone. You can see the different color between her nail and her thumb. The square is yellow, but it's not like neon yellow. It is slightly muted a little bit. So this strikes me as something that could potentially be an actual product photo. But when I search that hashtag change the conversation from the previous text string where they're saying take fake photos and create hype using this hashtag, then you start to see photos like these that look suspiciously similar to post-it notes. This one is showing us a very clearly defined shadow through a piece of paper. That's how this strikes me. That shadow is sharp and it is dark. In the other one, in the other product photo, you could actually see the color of her thumb. It wasn't so sharp, it was kind of fuzzy. It looked like it was actually her thumb showing through a semi-translucent little gummy thing. This looks like a post-it note to me. Same thing is going on here. This is the same girl as the piece of cheese. She's gotten a little bit more savvy, okay? Now she's using post-its. But same thing, really sharp, really dark shadow as if it was going through a piece of paper. And finally, this one, this woman didn't even try. That is a full-size 3" by 3" post-it note sitting on a table and she thought no one would notice. Either that is a whole post-it note or she has some absolutely gigantic sunflowers and rocks in her possession. This photo makes me feel like that woman saw the text in the string of someone saying, just grab a post-it note and make sure it's a square. And she was like, okay, got it. And she maybe misunderstood the assignment and didn't cut it down to be an actual realistic size. Oh God, it's so cringy. So all of these fake product photos circulating social media, they beg the question, why is there a need for fake product photos? Because to me, my impression of this as an outsider is that the product isn't actually in the hands of the brand partners. Maybe some of the earliest people who signed up did get the product, did get to try it, but it's looking like not all brand partners have tried it. So why is that? Isn't it alarming that there's reps for this company out on social media promoting a product they have never tried and have never had in their possession? In my opinion, this is even more evidence as to how Elomer is simply a scam and the products aren't the focus at all. Or now here's a conspiracy theory. This is pure speculation. I have no evidence for this. This is just me having fun with this idea and running with it, okay? What if this is a scam within a scam and there's no product at all? Maybe there was a small batch of the product at first and some of the early reps got to try it to make this company look a little bit more legit, but that they never actually had any intention of producing this product and giving it to people. And now they're just getting people to sign up and buy into the business opportunity, but they're just gonna keep making excuses as to why they can't manufacture the product and they're never actually gonna deliver any to their own reps. Because I'm just saying, these days, people are catching on to MLMs. People know how they work. They know they have to get in early if they're gonna make any money at all. So how insane would that be if there were scams that started popping up these days disguising themselves as MLM companies to take advantage of those people who know that they have to get in early to be successful in an MLM? So they get a bunch of people to buy in right away and pay a ton of money to the company, but they never actually deliver on any of the promises of a product. Again, Pure speculation. I'm not claiming any of that to be true. I'm just saying, wouldn't it be crazy if something like that did start happening? Rather than taking advantage of people who don't know how MLMs work, now they're taking advantage of people who do know exactly how MLMs work. Moving on to the next part of my notes, I titled this section, "In Other Sketchy News." I didn't know what else to call it, but I was doing some more internet digging and I came across a few other highly concerning things about this company that I didn't really know where else to fit, so here you go. I found an article on behindmlm.com. I will link it below. All of the information for this section of the video is coming from that article, and it's regarding how Elomir was founded, who the CEOs are, and what kinds of ingredients are in its product. So allegedly, according to this article, Tuan and Van Nguyen, they're a married couple. They are the CEOs of Elomir. And these two people have a long history with MLM companies. They've been involved with Legal Shield, Nerium, World Global Network, By Design, and BioRains. Additionally, Tuan is involved with an alleged pyramid scheme called Definity FI. This is a company that sells courses on how to trade cryptocurrency, and he refers to himself as Definity FI Academy's lead consultant. I'm going to link 2 videos below. One of the videos is Van on a Zoom call admitting to the fact that she's been in MLMs for 14 years. And the other one is of Tuan stating that he is the lead consultant for this alleged pyramid scheme. So I think those 2 videos are corroborating this evidence that the Behind MLM article is outlining. So clearly, knowing that, Elomir CEOs are no stranger to how this industry works and what a person has to do to actually make any money. You wouldn't believe how many MLMs are founded by people who couldn't be successful in their MLMs, because they know that not everybody can be successful, and they know for a fact that the C-suite of the company and the people at the top of the pyramid are the only people that benefit from this business model. So it's not uncommon for ex-MLM reps to go forward and make their own MLMs. Another sketchy piece of information is that allegedly Elomir wasn't founded by the Nguyen's. It was founded by somebody named Terry LaCour, and Elomir is part of LaCour Enterprises, which just so happens to be the parent company for another well-known MLM, Prove It. You know, the ketone MLM that Jesse Lee Ward promotes? That one. So again, potentially more evidence that the people who began this company are very, very experienced in this industry and they know how it works. Another weird thing I noticed, this did not come from the article. This is something I noticed on my own, that when you type in Elomir into Google, one of the first things that popped up for me looked like this. It said elomir.com-Trinant brands. Now, Trinant is the name of another more well-established MLM out there. They also sell sketchy health and wellness products, but I couldn't find any more information on this possible connection between Elomir and Trinant. I don't know if that exists. I don't know if that's a coincidence. I'm only including it here because that kind of piqued my interest and I noticed that right away. Like, how is there a connection? Why does it say Trinant brands? But the last thing I want to point out from the Behind MLM article has to do with Elomir's ingredients. I'm going to put it on the screen over here because the article does a wonderful job outlining this. It says the 3 active ingredients in Elomir's Axis Clarity Strips are curcumin conjugate, NAC conjugate, and thiamine conjugate. Those are the exact same terms they use on the Elomir website under the product description. The article says curcumin is turmeric. You know, the yellowy orangey spice that you most likely have in your spice cabinet like I do? That's what curcumin is. NAC refers to N-acetylcysteine, and thiamine is vitamin B1, also a supplement you can easily get your hands on. Conjugate refers to the ingredients being supplied in a derivative form. So that's all that term conjugate means. But if you remove that term, all you have is turmeric, vitamin B1, and NAC. And this green box taken from WebMD explains what NAC is. People commonly use NAC for cough and other lung conditions. It's also used for flu, dry eye, and many other conditions, but there is no good scientific evidence to support many of these uses. Although many dietary supplement products contain NAC, the US FDA states that it is illegal for dietary supplements to contain NAC since it is technically an approved drug, but you can get prescription NAC from your healthcare provider. And the article says, unless I'm missing something, Elomir's flagship product illegally contains a drug that is only supposed to be available in the US via prescription. So, what do we do with that information? Because if all of those statements are true, then it looks like Elomir's product is made up of a spice, a vitamin, and an illegal dietary supplement. Not a good look. Again, I want to reiterate that these points are alleged. I just wanted to include them in the video because I found them to be very interesting, and they may serve to provide some kind of explanation as to how Elomir was founded, what the motivations were behind starting this company, as well as what kind of product they're selling. I feel like I could honestly honestly end the video right here. We have seen enough red flags to indicate that this may not be a legitimate company, but for the sake of being thorough, let's talk about how to join eLoMir, the compensation plan, and the income disclosure statement. It feels ridiculous to even take this company seriously enough to show you these things and to talk about these things, but they are entertaining nonetheless, so here we go. If you want to join eLoMir, the first thing you have to do is give your personal information. This is your name, your email, your address, and your phone number. I gave all fake information for the purpose of this sign up, and then it takes you to this page with the enrollment pack. It gives you one choice. This enrollment pack is $250, but it says that it's valued at $318, and what this gives you is 3 boxes of their one product, Access Clarity. So this is essentially the starter kit, the starter pack that is very common when you join an MLM company. It's a required fee that you have to pay to sign up for the business opportunity, but they give you products in return to ride that line of legality like we talked about earlier. There's no way around this. You have to buy the starter kit if you want to become an active distributor. From there, it has you put in your payment information, and then at the bottom of the page, you have to check 3 boxes. One saying that you've accepted the policies and procedures, one that confirms you are at least 18 years old, and one that says that you're agreeing to the annual automatic membership renewal. This is the first time I'm hearing about this membership fee, and if I look at my order summary, it's showing that the enrollment is $49, but also that it's waived for this first purchase. So I'm assuming that in upcoming years, if I were to be a part of eLoMir, it would just automatically charge my card $49 on the date that I signed up every year to keep me active. And that's it. So if you're 18 years old and you have the money for a starter pack, congrats, you can sign up to be an eLoMir brand partner. But now let's look at the compensation plan to see how these people get paid. The first page of the compensation plan outlines 5 different ways that their brand partners earn. The first way has to do with retail bonuses. In other words, you get a commission when you sell the product to an actual customer. The other 4 ways have to do with recruiting and team building. Fancy that. 80% of the ways to make money in this company have nothing to do with selling a product. There's fast start bonuses. This is where you get paid a certain percentage when you recruit somebody and they buy a starter pack. There's something called a monthly generational team bonus. This pays you a certain amount of money based on the volume of product your team has purchased or sold. Then there's a rank advancement bonus where you get paid simply for rising up and hitting new ranks. And finally, there is a 3 times rank bonus. This is where you get paid 3 times your rank advancement bonus on the highest rank you achieve in your first month. So to clarify, if I join eLoMir and I rank up to Icon 4 in my first month, then I'm going to get 3 times that $200 bonus. On any normal month, if you rank up to that rank, you're going to get $200, but because I did it really quickly in my first month, I'm going to get $600 for that. I'm pretty sure that's how it works if I'm understanding that correctly. Here's kind of a summary of how all of these requirements and bonuses fit together. The most important thing I want to point out is that no matter where you are in the compensation plan, it is a requirement that you have recruited at least 1 person. If you want to rank up to the top levels, you have to recruit even more. So basically, to rank up in eLoMir, there are personal purchase and sale requirements, there's team purchase and sale requirements, you have to have a certain number of brand partners on your team, and you have to have a certain number of retail customers. Which, now that I'm saying that out loud, that makes me wonder how people can rank up to these top ranks if they don't have any retail customers yet. Maybe that's a requirement that's waived in this pre-enrollment period because the company obviously knows that they're not selling any product. So maybe that column doesn't apply right now. But in any case, these requirements are monthly. You have to fulfill them every single month if you want to hit or maintain these ranks. And as you can see, the upper ranks get paid out the bigger bonuses. This looks like a pretty typical MLM compensation plan to me, where people are clearly paid more for recruiting than they are for selling, and you get paid more if you're at the top of the pyramid. As far as the income disclosure statement goes, we should not be surprised that eLoMir doesn't have one at this point. This is a document that typically MLM companies will provide, although they don't have to, outlining the income that has been paid out to the different members of the different ranks. But they're still virtually a brand new company. They're still in this pre-launch phase, so therefore they don't have enough data to be able to report on what people in the company actually make. They do have a document titled Income Disclosure Statement that is basically a statement as to why they don't have an income disclosure statement, but an interesting line in here says, although the opportunity is unlimited, individual results will vary depending on the commitment levels and sales skills of each participant. This is very, very typical MLM language. They try to make it seem like you are in control and you have the power to make as much money as you are willing to work for, and that the income potential is unlimited, it's uncapped, which, as we know, is fundamentally false, because a person's success in an MLM company has very little to do with the hard work they put put in, and it has pretty much everything to do with the market saturation of customers and distributors and how early you bought into the business opportunity. Because obviously the opportunity is better for you right now, today, if you were to join Elomer, than it's gonna be in 5 years when everybody and their sister has heard of the company already. At that point, you're not gonna have anybody to sell or recruit to because everyone already knows about it. The people who join in 5 years can work just as hard, if not harder, than the people who join today and see little to no success from that. So in conclusion, I feel like I need to take a deep sigh of relief. I know this was a really hefty video, lots of information being thrown your way, but in conclusion, I'm going to be keeping a close eye on Elomer. I know that this was kind of a deep dive style video, but I also feel like this topic is not complete yet. I don't feel comfortable just wrapping this up in a nice neat bow and never touching it again, because no doubt there will still be more to talk about and more to report on in the very near future regarding Elomer. In fact, a lot of the screenshots and social media examples I showed you in this video were posted within the last 5 days. So if I were to sit down and try and make this video last week, I would not have had the quality of video I had today. So the point being, I feel like this is very much a developing situation, a developing story. I'm gonna be keeping tabs on it and probably coming back and making additional videos in the future. Elomer is still a very young company. A lot of people are still getting sucked in. It's still very much circulating social media, and I'm confident that there will be more train wrecks to come. But I hope that me making this video and putting it out there into the internet universe early on, I hope that I can help prevent people from joining, and I hope they can watch this video, realize that there's some sketchy things going on, and that will cause them to heavily consider their choice to join. The last thing I'm gonna say for this video is that Elomer is based out of Texas. They are headquartered in Texas. Their address is at the bottom of their website, which I'll have linked below. And also in the description box below, I'm going to be leaving an incredibly important link that I would highly encourage you to click on. This is going to take you to a consumer complaint form that you can fill out and have sent to the office of Ken Paxton, who is the Attorney General of Texas. If there were points brought up in this video that you found really concerning, if there are links in the description box that you find concerning, I would highly encourage you to let the Texas Attorney General's office know about it. It is a stupidly simple form to fill out. It's going to take you no time at all. I just filled out my form right before I sat down to film this video. It took me like 10 minutes, and I think we have the potential to really make a difference here. To let the Texas AG know that this is going on within their state. They have a company that is headquartered there that is, at least clearly in my opinion, acting as a pyramid scheme and recruiting people and not selling any product at all. And the goal here is consumer protection. It is to have some kind of regulation around this company before too many people fall victim to it. I think we're in a really critical moment in time right now where we do have the ability to affect change, and I urge you to be a part of that change. Please check out the description box below if you have 10 minutes of your day that you would be willing to dedicate to filling out this complaint form in the interest of consumer protection against pyramid schemes. I would be more than grateful for that, because I dedicate so much of my life to creating these videos to prevent people from joining and to educate, but we also have the power to let offices of authority know about this. So that's my call to action. That's my food for thought. Again, everything is linked down below. Please spend some time down there checking out those resources. I would also love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below about what you're thinking about this new insane Elomer MLM. I'm sure that I will be back in the near future with an update. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you in my next one real soon.